Hello and welcome to today's episode of Comms Business Live, where we'll be discussing how to take a partner-centric approach to scaling up full fibre. I'm Charlotte, editor of Comms Business, and I'm delighted to be joined by Philip Lee, head of wholesale ITS Technology Group. Thanks for joining us, Philip.
Good morning.
So the race to building full fibre across the UK is well and truly underway, and delivering full fibre to the right places is key. The rollout and ensuing investment has created a whole new generation of altnets that are specialists in full fibre. ITS launched its Faster Britain programme in early 2020 and has spent the last 18 months building partner relationships and working with partners to identify and deliver gigabit-capable connectivity to areas where there's demand for reliable, high-speed services. Philip, can you just talk us through the Faster Britain programme? Where did the idea come from and what have you learned since the launch?
Yeah, sure. The Faster Britain sort of banner was an initiative that we thought might help our current partners and hopefully future partners in providing gigabit capable fibre to their customers. And it was an initiative that was brought on so the partner didn't have to keep mentioning ITS really, which sounds strange, but because we're a wholesale provider, you know, we're hopefully the sort of open reach equivalent, if that makes sense. And we didn't really want the partner to start talking about ITS to their customers. So we created Faster Britain, so the partner could talk about an initiative that they've joined, and Faster Britain is an initiative to bring gigabit capable fibre to areas that currently don't have it. So what we tried to do there was give them a story about Faster Britain, which sort of kept ITS a little bit separate. You know, we're the mechanism that's delivering Faster Britain, but it was Faster Britain that that they needed to speak to customers about. And then sort of we then went on a journey promoting Faster Britain. So we'd like, you know, it's beautiful for us really when we get feedback from partners that they were calling customers or speaking to customers in a Faster Britain area and they knew about Faster Britain. You know, that means that we're promoting Faster Britain in the right way. We then, you know, you will probably still get savvy customers that then try and Google Faster Britain and do try and come direct. But, you know, we have landing pages on all our Faster Britain networks and we sort of try and get that detail and feed that back to the partner community that we know are working in that area or that have customers in that area, that there are people that require their services. So yeah, and it's going really well. You know, I think it took quite a while for it to land our end on exactly why we were doing this, but yeah, now we'd never look back, and Faster Britain is the key really. So you know, we talk a lot about calling it ITS on net and things like that, because you know we do sell services where we don't have network through the main carriers, but yeah, rather than calling it on net, it's just called a Faster Britain circuit.
So you're clearly putting partners really at the heart of your approach to the fibre rollout. So could you just talk us through the opportunities that the fibre rollout is presenting to partners?
Yeah, we go through quite a strict due diligence phase when we look to pick a new area to build a Faster Britain network in, and a lot of that is competition. You know, we like to go to areas where we get that first mover advantage, because you know, we want to be it makes sense for us to be the sort of first fibre player in town. But you know, where that has a lot of benefit to the actual end user in that journey, what we like to think is it's bringing a new product for our partner base to sell. So if there's not previously been fibre there before and we bring fibre, it's potentially a new product, a new revenue stream. But because we're selling it in, we're building it in the right areas, then what we find is that a lot of our partners sell a lot of their over-the-top services. So we look to be the trusted partner for the connectivity, and we don't sell anything else really other than fibre, either Ethernet or contended. So we really feel that those customers then benefit because the partner can then give them hosted services over the top of that gigabit capable fibre, or cloud services or security services that they've either tried before but but couldn't because of the poor connectivity that they had, or they've never tried because the connectivity is so poor.
And what would you say to resellers about what they should be looking for when choosing a provider?
I suppose it's hard to say. I think our key benefits would be our speed of delivery, so we can really bring that. We've got the cliche term lead to cash. We look to deliver. We look to be that trusted partner, like I've said, and we really want to. We really push forward with channel. We don't have a conflicting direct sales channel that we're up against when we're looking to sell fibre to an end user, and fibre is what we do. We don't do anything else. So we feel we really do know what we're doing, and we're trying to be the master of that rather than expanding out into lots of other services. Just we strive to be the trusted partner of choice for that Ethernet or contended broadband fibre circuit.
So you touched on kind of the ability to move quickly there. And as every channel company knows, that can really be the difference between making a sale. How else does ITS support its partners with kind of speed?
Yeah, so we came up with an idea for a 15-day pledge, which is where we pledge to install the Ethernet circuit within 15 days of validating the order once it's come in via our partner portal. And what's, I suppose, really key about that is, we're well aware of the sort of average lead times in the industry for Ethernet. So we really strive to take that order, install it, and invoice it within the same month. And then, like we just said, anybody that's then sold all the over-the-top services, they can go live with their hosted, they can go live with the cloud, and it just brings that lead to cash forward, and hopefully makes us a really good choice. But the reason it's a pledge rather than a guarantee is that we can't guarantee that we can get them all in within 15 working days. So the ones that we can't get in, we sort of compensate by giving 3 months free. But what I really like about the pledge is the fact that unless the customer says, hold off, you're installing too quickly, which is quite a common occurrence, to be honest, which I'm not used to. But unless the customer says, sort of hang fire, we don't stop the clock for anything. So, if we hit a blockage in a duct or we hit a way leave, we don't see why that is the customer or the partner's fault. That's something that we need to overcome. And if we can't do that and get through to it, and get through it and get installed within those 15 working days, then we compensate on the back of that. And we do that to try and create efficiencies in our business. It might be on a certain network when there's a certain issue. We always have a 6-day delay. How do we get that delay down? But it also creates fairness to the customer, and we obviously then like to explain why we've missed it. And normally it's a good explanation, but again, we don't want the customer to be the one that loses out. So we offer the compensation. And then there was also things like recently we just launched a promotion, sort of an end of year sale into our partner base. Within 2 or 3 days, the feedback was that the majority of the partners would have liked it slightly different. And it was a common theme from a lot of our partners. So within 3 days from launching it, we actually changed it, and it went back out as a sort of "you said we did" type thing. But instead of that taking sort of 6 months, it took us 3 days to change that promotion. And again, another 2 good things about that was some partners said, "Well, you've changed it, and we preferred the old way." So we've let those partners keep it as it was. And we've done it completely in conjunction with the 15-day pledge. So it's not, you either take the 15-day pledge or you take the promotion. You get the promotion, and everything gets the 15-day pledge as standard. We still, even if we're giving some 3 months free or some discount on a circuit, that doesn't mean that we then want to take 30 days to install the circuit. We still want to do everything on 15 days.
Yeah, and I'm sure that quick feedback is something that made a lot of your partners happy. How else are you kind of making it easy for partners to buy and sell connectivity?
Yeah, I think that the other main thing is the sort of systems transformation that we're going through currently. So when I first started at ITS a couple of years ago, everything was manual. It was email quotes and contracts sent out for e-sign. I remember it once took me forever to drive back from Peterborough, because every time I could hear the emails coming in on my phone, I wanted to pull into a service station and get those quotes done and get contracts out. I think I stopped at about 15 service stations on a 3-hour trip, so it did take a while. So we really wanted to give partners access to quote and order themselves. So we launched a sort of all singing, all dancing partner portal, and also as part of that an API where people could take our pricing into their pricing tools, and that's just gone from strength to strength. And Phase 2 is due to happen in the next couple of weeks, which is then a lot more automation. It's our CRM talking back to the portal. So rather than it just being somewhere where we get quotes and we take orders from, we can then start to feed back information to the partners. So yeah, that's a a real good self-serve area for partners to work with us, but still absolutely every partner has access to an account manager and an order manager. So what we didn't want to do is lose all that communication and relationship. But sometimes if an urgent quote's required at 10:30 at night, you might not be able to get hold of your account manager. Some of them do sleep, so it's good to have access to that partner portal. So if the partner has an urgent quote to get out to a customer, they can access that and be able to get that quote out.
Definitely. So ITS took home the award for Best Fibre Connectivity Provider at the Comms Business Awards a few weeks back. And our awards are completely independent. Every single winner is decided by kind of our expert panel of judges. So it really is testament to the strength of that submission. What did that win mean for your company?
Yeah, it was amazing, actually. It did come as a little bit of a shock, and I probably had a couple too many drinks by the time the award was made. But yeah, we certainly celebrated it, and it was a good reflection again from coming in a couple of years ago with maybe 2 or 3 partners doing a handful of circuits a quarter, even to be 200 plus partners now. And we do a huge level of circuits, fibre circuits on a monthly basis. It was like a really proud moment to win it, because felt like we've been on a journey for the last sort of 2.5 years, and that was a key milestone to be awarded. And I'd like to think that award has come from, we are very channel focused. We don't have a direct sales team that partners compete against. We do listen to partner feedback, and I've said it a couple of times, we do strive to be the trusted partner for that fibre connection, and then let the partners do all the sort of the fancy stuff that they do over the top.
So finally, we've obviously talked about this partner centricity throughout our whole conversation, and whether that's from letting their feedback really change promotions through to a complete systems and process revamp internally to kind of give partners more control. Why do you think this kind of partner-centric approach is the kind of key to full fibre success?
I think because we like to think that we know a lot about the country and about the products and the services, but the real local knowledge really helps, and we're hopefully a nice up and coming new altnet to the market, and but we think the end user, they trust their local reseller or wholesaler, and we've done quite a lot of our builds on the back of partners basically calling us and saying, we think it'd be really good if you built a network in Mayfair, or we think it'd be really good if you built a network in Scunthorpe. I probably couldn't get two different examples there, but we strive for that feedback from partners, because they're sort of on the ground. We don't want to sort of sit high up in a tower and sort of dictate that this is how things should be done. we like to be told how things should be done and then try and model something on the back of it. And for us, it gives us a much wider reach. You know, we might have a network in Preston, but only have partners in London. So you sort of then need to move your network to suit your partners. So, you know, obviously when we build a network in an area, we try and obtain local partners to that network. But yeah, it's pretty much it's the feedback from the partners. They're the ones that are speaking to the end users. They're the ones that are sort of gathering the intel on what the end user needs, and then we try and suit the needs of the partner.
Definitely. And that brings us to the end of this morning's discussion. And Philip, thanks so much for joining us this morning.
No, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure.
And as we've heard, ITS Technology Group has the scale, flexibility and solutions to help partners convert the opportunities presented by the fibre rollout into solid business results. If anyone watching wants to hear more about ITS Technology Group and how it works with its partners, there are some links in the video description to get you started. But for now, thanks for joining us and have a great rest of the day.